At the great house of Collinwood, Victoria Winters has returned to the present day from her strange and haunting adventure in the past. But the terrible events she lived through there are beginning to change not only her life, but the lives of those around her. One man especially fears what she may have discovered in 1795. For his secret is that he lived then as well as now. So, in an effort to control her, he forces an elopement, thinking at last that his secret is safe.
Shouldn't we be nearing the cemetery by now?
It's just around the corner.
What's that up ahead? Someone's stepping out into the road.
Barnabas, it's Peter Bradford.
Hello?
Is this the Collins residence?
Yes, this is Collinwood. Whom do you wish to speak to?
This is the Collinsport Hospital.
Yes.
Mr. Barnabas Collins has just been admitted.
Barnabas?
An automobile accident. Miss Victoria Winters has also been admitted. Her identification gave the same address.
How seriously are they hurt?
Mr. Collins is on the critical list.
I'll be right there.
Innocent and right. True, what she said. Vicky. Josette. Tomorrow. Vicky. Tomorrow.
Oh, do you have the report on his blood type?
Here you are, Doctor. There was no sign of pulse when he was admitted.
I know.
His blood count is the lowest I've ever seen.
Get plasma and prepare him for a massive blood transfusion.
Yes, Doctor.
Were you in emergency when he was admitted?
Yes.
Was he bleeding extensively?
Not at all. I didn't understand it.
Are his clothes here?
Yes, in the closet, Doctor.
I see. Prepare the transfusion, please.
Yes, Doctor.
Right away.
Vicky.
Who are you?
I caused the accident.
You shouldn't be here now.
I wanted to make sure she's all right, isn't she?
Well, you stay in the waiting room. The doctor hasn't completed his examination.
Couldn't I just stay a little longer?
No, you can't. Rules are rules. I'm sorry.
careful.
Where am I?
The hospital. Don't you remember?
Yes. The road. Your face in the headlights.
You crashed into a tree.
Where's Barnabas?
He's alive, that's all I can tell you. I pulled you both out of the car. He was unconscious, too. He kept calling Vicky. That must be you.
Don't know.
Oh, should I?
Peter?
Who's Peter?
You don't remember.
What, have we known each other before? I'm sure I'd remember. When did we know each other?
A long, long time ago.
Are you sure?
You don't just look like him. Your face, your hair, your hands. They're just the same.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I must have a double somewhere.
No. You are Peter Bradford.
My name is Jeff Clark. Look, I'm sorry if I'm upsetting you. I want to help you. Honestly, don't cry.
I just don't understand this.
Look, I sure don't either. I'll come back tomorrow.
No, wait.
Look, the nurse said you're not supposed to have any visitors.
Please.
She's already thrown me out of here once. I came back in because I heard you calling.
I was calling for Peter. And then I opened my eyes and there you were. Where did you come from?
The road, remember?
Have you always lived in Collinsport?
Look, I haven't lived here long at all.
Where did you live before?
Look, I usually don't go around telling my life story, and I'm sure you don't want to hear it, especially after all you've been through.
Then you know what I've been through.
The accident.
No, that's not what I meant.
Look, I better go.
No, you'll disappear and I won't never know.
Look, I won't disappear. I couldn't if I wanted to. You must have liked this Peter Bradford a great deal. I envy him.
No. Don't envy him.
Young man!
I'm sorry, nurse.
I made him stay.
Dr. Lang will be very upset over this.
Dr. Lang. Is Dr. Lang your doctor?
He gave strict orders, no visitors.
I'll be back.
When?
I said tomorrow.
Please come back, please.
You'll see me again, I promise.
I can't promise that you'll be able to have visitors, only relatives.
But when he comes back, please, you let him in.
That'll be up to the doctor.
Is there something else wrong with me?
Well, you were badly shaken up. You're an extremely lucky girl.
How's Barnabas? Mr. Collins.
Hello, Miss Winters. Well, how are you feeling?
Oh, a little stiff. Tell me, how is Mr. Collins?
Well, we've just given him a massive blood transfusion. He had very little blood when he was admitted.
Is he all right?
I don't know. His condition on arrival at the hospital was very puzzling.
It was?
Yes. Miss Collins, Miss Winters, I'm sorry. Do you know Mr. Collins very well?
Yes.
Well, how would you describe his physical condition before the accident?
He was in excellent health.
Really?
Yes. Have you discovered something that Mr. Collins didn't know about?
No, I don't think we've discovered anything that he didn't know about already. Well, now, let's have a look at this shoulder of yours. Fortunately, the x-rays show that it wasn't broken. Would you turn your head, please? Miss Winters,
Yes?
these marks on your neck,
Yes?
where did you get them? Not in the accident.
No.
It's as though you'd been bitten.
Well, I don't remember, but I certainly would if that had happened.
You don't remember?
No, I probably scratched myself.
These are not scratch marks, Miss
Then-
Winters.
But perhaps... I really don't remember.
When did you first notice them?
A few days ago.
And you did nothing about them?
I thought they'd go away.
Miss Winters,
What's wrong with them? Why are they so bad? Please tell me
Dr.
why.
Lang.
I'm
Dr.
busy
Lang.
now. I'm busy now.
It's about Mr. Collins.
What?
Please, somebody's trying to take him out of his room. Please come.
What?
Doctor, please hurry.
I must have an ambulance immediately.
Dr. Hoffman.
The front entrance. How are you, Dr. Lang?
What in the world do you think you're doing?
I've come for my patient. I've been treating Mr. Collins.
He is in no condition to be moved.
He is in no condition to stay here.
Have you examined him, Doctor?
I will do that at his home.
Doctor, this is unheard of. You can't move an unconscious man.
His is a case that only I understand completely.
Oh? Tell me, just what is your diagnosis, Doctor?
Mr. Collins has been suffering from a very rare blood disorder.
Yes. I would certainly agree with you on the rareness of it.
I've been doing my best to control it,
Rather difficult, I should think.
but not impossible.
Tell me, Doctor, what name have you given to this rare blood disease?
I've not found a name which accurately describes Mr. Collins' condition.
You know, I think I have, Doctor.
I doubt that. I was told that his injuries in the accident were limited to severe loss of blood.
I'm not talking about the accident. Doctor, may I see your neck, please?
Beg your pardon?
Your neck.
Don't see what that has to do with Mr. Collins.
Miss Winters had some very strange marks on her neck. I just wondered if you had them, too.
I don't know what you're inferring.
Don't you?
No. No, I do not. Now, will you give me the necessary clearance so I can take Mr. Collins out?
Doctor, tell me, why are you in such a hurry?
Because it's very late.
Yes. Very nearly dawn, I should think.
I have much to do. I'm not sure of the effect of that massive transfusion you gave him.
He had practically no blood, Doctor.
Will you give me your permission, or shall
No
I go higher
pulse,
up?
no pulse, no heartbeat.
Dr. Lang,
I envy you. Such an unusually interesting case, Doctor.
I don't care what you think. We're wasting time, which
Doctor,
I need.
I have a certain interest in bizarre medicine. It's a hobby of mine, actually.
That's very interesting. We must discuss it next time we meet.
We will discuss it now, Doctor. You know, your patient could be classified a member of the living dead.
Those are your words, not mine.
I wonder how long he's been in this condition.
While you and I chat, Doctor...
Time is passing. And that's important, isn't it, to both of you?
Yes, it is.
You've not been treating him to keep him alive, so tell me. What have you been trying to do?
That is not your concern.
My guess is that you've been experimenting on a cure for a legendary condition.
Dr. Lang, do you want him to die?
But he cannot die.
You're wrong. If he stays here, he will.
Why? Why will he die? Doctor, you can save him by telling me.
If I do, will you let me move him?
Absolutely not.
Who's in charge here, Dr. Templeton?
Doctor, you will get no one's permission to remove him without mine. Those are hospital orders, as you are well aware. Please put down the phone. Now, Doctor, shall we have a talk about this Mr. Barnabas Collins? And honestly?
No, I am sorry.
Well, I'm sorry, Doctor, but you have no choice.
Haven't I? I can get him out.
I wouldn't try stealing him either. The police would have to be called in then, automatically.
All right. But there are certain precautions that must be taken. Under no circumstance must he be exposed to any light.
How very interesting.
He has a curious eye condition, a malformation.
Doctor, you're lying again.
Why would I lie to you?
Because you don't want me to know.
I am only protecting my patient. Now, do I have your word that the room will be sealed from all light? That even the door will be covered and that no light will get in?
He's a vampire, isn't he?
That's ridiculous.
Is it?
Do I have your word that the room will be dark?
You've not answered my question, Doctor.
You've not answered mine.
All right. The room will be darkened. You see, I do know. What a curious position you're in, Doctor. Tell me, how long have you been treating him? What a dangerous thing for you to do. Why did you do it?
Your speculation is as wrong as your treatment of him. His body may reject the blood you've given him. There are many unknowns here.
But that's when I am at my best. Now tell me, Doctor, what more should I do for our patient?
Where am I? Where?
Easy now.
Who are you?
Dr. Eric Lang.
I remember the accident. Vicky, is she all right?
Yes, yes, Mr. Collins. She's fine.
If you're lying to me...
Why should I lie to you? She had a few bruises, that's all. We'll keep her another day, perhaps.
How long have I been here?
Not long.
I must go.
No, I can't allow you to go.
But I must. I can't stay here.
You must stay.
You don't understand.
Mr. Collins, you have had a great deal of medicine. You're also suffering from the shock of the accident.
Where are my clothes?
You must lie down, Mr. Collins.
What time is it?
Nearly 4.
Will you call Collinwood and ask them to send a car for me immediately?
I've been trying to tell you, Mr. Collins. You have had many injections of new, and in some cases, experimental drugs. Now, I had no choice but to use them. But you must study your reaction to them. It is vital, not only to us, but to you.
Only one thing is important to me.
That you be home before dawn.
Why do you say that? Why? What do you know about me?
I know that you must stay in this room.
I will take whatever chance I must.
Mr. Collins, you and I must talk.
No, not now. Tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow.
After dark?
Then come to Collinwood.
Mr. Collins, you don't understand. You just don't understand what has happened to you.
I can't waste any more time.
You are too weak. It is vital that you stay here.
No, no. What are you doing?
It is 4 o'clock, yes, but 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah!